You can't stop Dragon Ball Z. It's a freight train of testosterone and gravity-defying hair that's been blowing our minds since the mid-1980s. Dragon Ball began as a manga series created by Akira, the original Saiyan Toriyama. It spawned a popular anime adaptation, multiple movies, video games, toys, and even a craptacular Hollywood movie version, which sucked major balls. Dragon, to be exact. But in 2013, we were graced with a new Dragon Ball Z movie, Battle of Gods. This movie effectively resurrected the franchise, but the fan response was mixed. I personally loved Battle of Gods. It was like a love letter to hardcore Dragon Ball Z fans. And not long after the making of this video, the newest Dragon Ball Z movie will be hitting theaters worldwide. The new movie is called Dragon Ball Z Fukatsu no F, which will feature the return of Frieza, arguably the most important villain in Dragon Ball Z history. So in honor of this monumental release, I've decided to review some of the classic Dbz specials and OVAs. Both Christian and I have already reviewed all of the Dbz movies, including Battle of Gods, so if you guys want to check those out, I'll put links for all of those reviews in the description box below. So without further ado, let's get started, shall we? First up is the Manliest Dbz TV Special of all time, which actually serves as a prequel and sets up the original series. This movie special is notable for shedding light on Goku's father, and how Goku came to Earth in the first place. This is my review of Dragon Ball Z, Bardock, the father of Goku. Bardock, the father of Goku, originally aired in Japan on October 17th, 1990. Its Japanese title, and please bear with me on this, is Dragon Ball Zetto, Teta Hitori no Saishu Kessen, Frieza ni Tonde Zetto Senshi Son Goku no Chichi, which literally translates out to Dragon Ball Z, a lonesome final battle, the father of the Z warrior son Goku, who challenged Frieza. Jesus, Japanese titles are hilariously awesome. I distinctly remember watching this on Toonami back in the day, and it's also been released multiple times on Blu-ray and on DVD, sometimes bundled with the other Dbz TV special, The History of Trunks. We'll get to that one another time. The story opens with the birth of Goku, who was originally known as Kakarot. If you Dbz nerds wanted to see what Goku's Saiyan name looked like, here it is in their native language. Enjoy. We then shift gears and go to planet Kanasa, which is being invaded by Bardock and his fellow Saiyans. This opening scene is amazing. All the Saiyans are transformed into their Great Ape forms, which are blasting the crap out of everything. The poor Kanasans don't stand a chance. After laying waste to the planet, we are introduced to Bardock and his team of muscle-bound mercenaries. Not much to say about these guys, they are simply hired muscle who love kicking ass and taking names. I also want to say it is refreshing to see a female Saiyan who isn't afraid to get her hands dirty. Suddenly out of nowhere, a lone Kanasan attacks Bardock, but the fish-like alien is then attacked by Bardock's teammates. With his dying breath and while on fire, he informs Bardock that his attack has actually given him the ability to see into the future. Bardock is suddenly given visions of his son Kakarot on Earth, and then he sees the genocide of his entire race. All of this was done by his employer Frieza, the galactic overlord of death. Bardock passes out from exhaustion, and he and his teammates return to planet Vegeta, currently under the rule of Cell's crotch apparently. While Bardock recovers, we are also treated to a scene where a younger Vegeta straight up murders some Cybermen. We also get to see Nappa with hair, which personally I don't really like. Zarbon and Dodoria inform Frieza that Bardock's team was able to conquer planet Kanasa in only a few days, a task which would have taken months for Frieza's elite soldiers. This, combined with the rumors that Saiyans become stronger with every battle, prompts Frieza to pull an Order 66 to have Bardock and his team killed, as well as the entire Saiyan race. Bardock's team is sent to planet Meat. Yes, that is the actual name. I'm not even sure why. This show just really loves food puns for some reason. When Bardock arrives to meet his teammates, to his horror, he finds them all slaughtered by Dodoria and his goons. What follows is a scene that has the power to put hair on the chest of a newborn baby. Bardock takes a band from his dying friend, which is now soaked in his blood, and then decides to wear it as a headband. Fueled with rage, he attacks Dodoria's men in a stunning action sequence, which has some amazing music, which, while dated, really does take me back to the late 1980s, early 1990s feel. Filled with visions of the destruction of his homeworld, his comrades, and his son's later adventures, Bardock annihilates his opponents until Dodoria steps in and lights his ass up. Critically injured, he returns home to planet Vegeta, and even has a small encounter with his son, who's just now being sent to Earth. He desperately asks for help from his comrades, but they don't believe his claims that Frieza would actually kill all of them. With no other choice, Bardock explodes into the atmosphere and charges Frieza's spaceship. Frieza, about to shit a brick of pure hatred, sends hundreds of his men after Bardock, who wastes no time in blasting, punching, and straight up murdering most of them. Frieza decides to make an example of Bardock and emerges from the ship. In desperation, Bardock attacks Frieza with an energy blast, but Frieza fires back with an attack of epic proportions, which not only destroys all of Frieza's men and Bardock, but planet Vegeta as well. In his final seconds of life, Bardock is given a vision of his son on planet Namek fighting Frieza. With his last breath, he puts all of his faith into his son Kakarot to avenge the Saiyan race. And thus, Bardock, the father of Goku, is dead. Or is he? So how does Bardock, the father of Goku, hold up? Short, simple, action-packed, and Bardock is just plain awesome. It's funny because Bardock and his team aren't exactly saints. They're planet conquerors, space Vikings. They see an ass and so it must be kicked. But they're double-crossed by Frieza, the most notorious villain in Dragon Ball Z. This combined with the fact that Bardock has visions of the future make this unlike any other DBZ movie or special before it. It's an angle of DBZ that I like seeing a lot, the sci-fi element. Frieza, as always, is a joy to watch, mostly in part to his Japanese voice actor, Ryusei Nakao, who seems like he is having way too much fun. It was nice to see Zarbon and Dodoria, and the big pink pineapple even had some pretty cool action scenes. The Vegeta scenes are pretty cool too, although I have to admit it is a little strange that we actually don't get to see his father, and that also kind of goes for Raditz as well. I would have liked to have seen a younger version of this character. But at the end of the movie, Vegeta doesn't even care that Frieza destroyed his planet. It's kind of creepy and disturbing. I would have liked to learn a little bit more about Bardock and his team. Hell, I don't even recall any of his teammates' names. But on the action side, it delivers in spades. And with a running time of only 48 minutes, it's pretty short. If you want to learn how the Dragon Ball story began, then check out this special. It's action-packed and filled with lots of fan-favorite characters. It's a 4 out of 5 from me. Check it out, DBZ fans or action anime junkies. Thank you guys for watching my review of Bardock, the father of Goku. If you guys had a chance to see this Dragon Ball Z special, please tell me what you thought about it in the comments section below. Are you excited for the brand new Dragon Ball Z movie? What do you hope to see from that? Do you have any Dragon Ball Z related questions? Maybe we'll address those in one of our podcast shows. And what other Dragon Ball Z movies and specials do you want us to review? Thank you guys again for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Follow us on social media like Facebook and on Twitter. And thank you again for watching. And remember, as always, stay dandy, baby.